Okay, we picked up this old, ancient 25-06 Ackley improved. It's a rifle put together probably in the P.O. Ackley factory gun shop. We're going to see if the thing is still sighted in with this old ancient. This is about 1946 when Weaver started making their 1-inch scopes. And this one has the external adjustment, and it's got a really cool, I don't know if you can see it, post reticle. I don't know if you can see that. And we're just shooting at 50 yards, and my guess is it's going to be dead on. Now, when this was put together, it was long before there was such a thing as a 25-06 that Remington made into a standard cartridge in about, it was when I was in high school, and about 66. And back in the day, they took the 30-06 and nicked it down to 25 caliber to make the 25-06 Wildcat. And then Ackley made them like a Magnum Wildcat. You see the angle of the shoulder on that is a very gradual. That's what the standard Wildcat 25-06 looked like. So let's give it a shot here. This is the P.O. Ackley made put his barrels on a lot of these old, this is a World War I 1917 Enfield. They were made in 30-06. The story of this rifle is that originally Great Britain had the rifle developed especially for a round that never came to fruition because World War I came along and they had to hurry up with what they had and go into it, and they quit. It was kind of like a 7mm Magnum. It was called a 7mm. No, it was called a 276. Doggone it, something. And that's what. And then they hired America to make these rifles, the action for the rifle, the whole rifle. And then they eventually gave up on that cartridge, and they just had to make them in 303 British caliber. Well, then when America got into the war, they needed rifles themselves, so they started making these, and this was the 1917 Enfield in the 30-06 U.S. military cartridge. So anyway, P.O. Ackley used these. They're very strong. Now, this is the first time I've fired this rifle, so I should really be doing it from back there with a string, and I didn't. I looked down the barrel already, and it looked pretty clean, so I should have cleaned the barrel first too. This has never been converted over. It's still it's a cock on close, so you have to push it ahead to cock it like that. Now when I fire it in the gun, it won't look like this anymore. It will have the sharp shoulder. If it is what it said it was on Gunbroker, it said it's a 25-06 Ackley improved. It'll have a real sharp shoulder. So we shall see. I'll put my safety glasses on anyway. At least I'll do that. It still has the 2-stage military trigger with a long travel before it engages. Okay, I'll get that post put on the target, and I'll bet you it'll hit right where I'm aiming. I think it looks like a bullet hole about 4 inches straight to the right. So pretty close. These scopes are pretty hilarious. They're very precariously, look at how loose that is. They're just held on by this little spring here. It's a Stith mount, and they were made, they're adjustable. The adjustments are on this side. I don't know if you can see it. They adjust for up and down and left and right. And they were made for the old Cole Morgan scopes that didn't have the adjustments on them. See, so we shot to the right, so we'll give it a little bit of windage to the left. I think it's this way. Turn it that way a little ways. Not too far. Try that. Now let's look at the case and see if it did blow it out like we hoped it would. Oh yeah. Look at that difference there. See how it made that a very sharp shoulder on there. And we'll see if our change of the scope put it so it's right dead on now for deer hunting. Be a very good deer cartridge and antelope. I've got an antelope tag too. I think I'm going to use this for antelope. Oh, what's going on here? I didn't get it all the way pushed down, maybe. Yeah, it didn't move enough. I didn't give it enough. It also went off before I was ready for it to. Let's see if this one looks just as good. And they look pretty good. So we'll give it a little more. Try it again. It hardly kicks at all, this heavy rifle. All the way down. Try it again. I think that, oh no, that's still got to go farther. Okay. I wonder if this thing is tight. I checked it and it seemed to be okay. Give it a little bit more. That should be about right, maybe a little bit down. It doesn't seem to move. We'll try one more. We got to have a few of these to reload anyway. Take one more shot. Go down there and look at the target. We're getting there. It's taken a lot of, apparently it takes a lot of turning to get over where you want to be. This is factory ammo. And the thing is, when you have the blown out case like that, you can you can get a lot more velocity. This is just like a 257 Weatherby Magnum, potentially. Let's see if this will get it over there. Yeah, just a little bit too far now. So we'll come back a little bit. And I think we're hitting minute of pronghorn. Been a long time since I've had a good pronghorn steak. Hopefully I'll get one this year. Let's see if we're dead on now. We'll put it on that one of them little squares. Yeah, we're dead on. We are ready to shoot a pronghorn with this rifle. I'll show you. We need to get our exercise today, so we'll just run down there. This is a beautiful shooting range here. Lee County Wildlife. There we are. This was our sighting in business, but there's the end product. So that's the video on the 12.5 minutes. That's about right. Grizzly Peterson signing out for now. Next up is going to be the U.S. military sniper rifles.